Welcome to today. This is Wednesday, and indeed a beautiful evening that the Lord has given us. Indeed, we shall start off with news making headlines all across the nation. But before then, remember that today is Wednesday. Every Wednesday we do have our show, Know Your Law. Now in Know Your Law, it is a show where we come together and try to make most of our Constitution. What does the Constitution say? What does the Constitution provide? And today we'll be tackling the issue of lawyer verification. When you go out, approach a lawyer. Who is right? Who is wrong? Who is fake? Who is true? Just a bit, but for now, let's move on to news. Kicking off, let's go to the education sector, where students transitioning to junior secondary school this month will not be required to pay any school fees. Now, the Education Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Ezekiel Mashogu, has announced this, and he says that the government has already set aside 15,000 Kenyan shillings for each of the over 1 million grade 6 pupils who sat their Kcpe exams in November last year. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony of the Gilgil Technical and Vocational College in Nakuru, Mashogu, who was accompanying the president, said that only schools with boarding wings will be allowed to charge fees attributed to the boarding services. At the same time, Mashogu noted that the government has also barred junior secondary schools from charging admission fees for grade 7 learners.
Ulitupatia pesa ya kutosha 7.6 billion kwa junior secondary. Ukatupatia 16 billion katika ma secondary school yetu. Ukatupatia 4.7 billion katika primary school yetu. Mimi tulitoa irani, tukatoa circular, tukatoa instructions kwa county directors, lakini vile tena nimeunda team ambaye 10 teams tutazunguka kila sehemu Kenya, kwa sababu kuna waragai wachache ambaye wanataka kukaidi ile amri ya serikali kwamba hakuna maribo katika JSS. Your Excellency, nataka kuhakikishia kwa wiki mbili, kwa sababu tutazunguka na hiyo timu yangu katika kila sehemu Kenya, kwa ile mashure 28,000 ya JSS. Wananchi, kama kuna yule ambaye ataragai alipishe ninyi hata hela moja, hata deni, hata shilingi moja, yeye atakuwa na mimi, ataenda nyumbani. Sitawacha His Excellency aniweke karamu kwa sababu ya wachache ambaye wataki kufanya kazi yao kulingana na vile natakikana. Kwa hivyo, Your Excellency, hata uniform ya CSS tumesema ya kwamba kama msasi ajiwezi, ana uwezo ya kutoa uniform wakati natakikana, mtoto anaendelea kutumia uniform ile alikuwa naye katika level 6, anaenda naye katika level 7 mpaka wakati msasi atakuwa tayari kununua uniform. Kwa hivyo na kuhakikishia
primaries will be placed in various secondary schools based on their previous performances in primary schools. County Education Director Ziada Osano said her office will rely on the marks that each learner got in primary school during the enrollment exercise. And the circular, the ministry said that the affected students will do another test in Form 3 that will be equated to the Kcpe exams.
My name is Ziada Osano, the Sub-County Director of Education, Homa Bay Town. I just want to say that we have a matter at hand of placement of a candidate of 2023 cohort, Kcpe, who missed out on exams. We already have a circular guiding us from the PS Education on what we need to do to place these learners who missed out on examinations. We expect that when the learners get to Form 3, they will do what we call qualifying test. That will be equivalent to the Kcpe exam they should have done, and that will enable them to transit to the candidates class, that is Form 4, and eventually do their KCSE. The matter that I have at hand is being sorted. I have sorted 3 other matters. In the sub-county, I have a total of 25 candidates who missed out on the Kcpe exams, who I need to place. As we are speaking, this is the 4th case. I still have 21 cases that have not yet appeared, and the moment they appear, they will be placed appropriately.
It was a moment of joy as 6 stranded Kcpe top performers in Nyakach, Kisumu County got full scholarship under Lee's Foundation. The 6 included one Wendy Akinyi, who lost her father in the recent clashes between Kericho, Kisumu border and scored 385 marks. In what seemed like a dream, they broke into songs and dances after receiving school fees checks from the Lee's Foundation. The foundation chairman, James Opinya, said that in spite of overwhelming applications from needy students, they chose top students who could not join secondary school due to the peculiar nature of their need. He added that they will not only cater for their school fees but other basic needs throughout their education after noticing that some of them could not even afford to buy school uniforms. Talk about
we are doing under Lee's Wings to the Future. It is a program under Lee's Foundation, specifically for the young bright girls, which we have chosen. We have given them the checks today. Our aim is to sponsor these girls so that in 5 years or so, they can also tell their story of who has supported them.
Nimekuja hapa kushukuru Lee's Foundation kwa kusaidia wale hawana uwezo wa kutosha wa kupeleka watoto wao shuleni. Kwa hivyo leo tumekuja, tumepewa cheki. Tunashukuru Lee's Foundation kwa yote yale wamefanya. Mimi nilikuwa na mtoto, sikuwa na uwezo wa kumpeleka shuleni. Mimi nauza kando ya barabara, nauza mahindi, na sikuwa na pesa ya kutosha ya kupeleka mtoto wangu shuleni.
I attained 385 marks after sitting for my Kcpe. We had nothing to do since we had no money. My parent does not go to work. She is just a casual worker. Sometimes she does work, sometimes she doesn't do it. Because since my father died, I did not have anywhere to go. But since Lee's Foundation decided to sponsor me till Form 4, I really appreciate for this sponsorship.
Away from the corridors of education to the corridors of justice, a family in Dandora, Nairobi is looking for justice of one of their own, Sami Kiratu, who is in police custody with a bullet launched in his Perivic area after police officers shot him. There was also drama when police tried to remove him from Mama Lucy Hospital, where he was being treated before undergoing surgery to remove the bullet, which was cancelled last minute without explanation to the family. The shooting occurred on Friday night when civilian police officers went to arrest Sami at night to charge him with threatening to kill his wife, which Sami denies, and a commotion ensued.
Mwenye amerazwa huku ni brother yangu Samuel Kirato. Sasa sisi tuliitiwa kama ako amerazwa osi. Sisi tukakuja. Tukapata alishutiwa Sunday usiku. Saturday usiku ikikucha asubuhi. Sasa tukaambiwa ameletwa huku ndio aweze kutolewa bullet. Tukakaa kutoka hiyo Sunday, tukakuja tukaambiwa tumpeleke X-ray, tulete CT scan, na tukaenda tukalipa na tukaleta. Kuleta ikasemekana result itatoka hiyo siku, itatoka on Monday. Si tukagojea Monday. Na wakati tulikuwa tunatoka tulikuwa tumeambiwa anaweza tolewa hata usiku. Asubuhi tu tutapata ametolewa. Ati daktari atapatikana usiku. Asubuhi Monday tukapata hajatolewa. Tukashida na yeye hiyo the whole day ya Monday. Ndio tukaambiwa atatolewa leo sasa. Na tukakonfirmiwa kutoka saa 6 ya usiku tusimpe chakula yoyote. Shida yetu ni mtu wetu hajatibiwa na anatolewa akiwa anasukumwa na gari na kitanda, awekwe kwa gari apelekwe polisi. Na tukiwauliza swali hawatujibu. Hiyo ndio shida yetu.
Na nikifuatilia sana nasikia askari wenyewe ndio walimpiga. Walikuja walipokuja akaona hapa iko na danger. Yeah. Alipoona kuna danger ndio akajaribu kutaka kujua ni nani huyu na ako na nguo ya raia. Yeah. Ndio hapo wakashikana kidogo. Kushikana kidogo ndio mob walipokuja, watu wengi walikuja wa mob. Alipokuja ndio askari akarudi akasema, akaona watu wamekuwa wengi, akasema mimi ni askari. Basi watu mob wakawachana ndio wakamchukua.
Due to the many cases of the murder of women recently reported, women leaders from Homa Bay County have strongly denounced the many women being brutally killed in different parts of the country. Speaking in the Parliament building of Homa Bay County, the leaders have asked the Department of Security to be responsible for providing adequate protection, while Homa Bay County recorded the death of 2 women in the area of Ndiwa in less than a month. However, they have asked the Department of Security to press the motivation regarding the investigation of intelligent officers to face the situation, which is truly an excessive murder of women.
We call on the police force to move with speed and have suspects arrested and arraigned in court and charges conferred against the husband, of which unfortunately or fortunately for it, we heard that he passed on today morning. And the same, we urge the police and human rights defenders not to leave any stone unturned and see that justice be served and perpetrators sent to the gallows.
Ama kifo cha mwalimu ambaye aliuawa na bwanake sio jambo la kuchekesha. Kwanza kabisa ningependa mimi kama Mheshimiwa Pauline niite Wakristo kama pastor bishops wajitokeze nje ili waweze kutusaidia kwa njia ya maombi, hasa kwa wanaume. Mbona sisi wanawake tukiwa na mapenzi nje la ndoa mnaona ya kuwa ni lazima mtu uwe, lakini nyinyi mkiwa na mapenzi nje la ndoa hamtaki hata mwanamke mwenyewe ama mke wako ajiingilie.
Now, this is Wednesday. Every Wednesday we have Know Your Law, and today's story comes from the ban against Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi, which took effect on Tuesday. It is a moment of truth at the Supreme Court when it starts to hear a case where Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi was representing some of the litigants. This is barely a week after the court banned him from appearing before it, and this is after the Supreme Court bench declined to hear a case in which the counsel had been defending an Eldoret family fighting over a 2 billion land with the family of former President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Shortly after the session began on Tuesday, Chief Justice Martha Koome announced that the bench had orders to give first. She then proceeded to remind the court of the ban and threatened recursal if the lawyer or anyone from his firm or anyone holding his brief was present. The Chief Justice noted that the order had been signed by 6 of the Supreme Court judges. They included herself, her deputy Philomena Mwilu, and judges Smokin Onjala, Mohamed Ibrahim, Njoki Ndungu, and Isaac Lenaola. Justice William Ouko was not in court as he was indisposed. He had given his apologies. Koome, after reading the orders, invited Ahmed Nasir's client, David Chelugui, to address the court on the same. Chelugui asked for more time to acquire a new lawyer, noting that he was a layman and could not present himself or his mother. Now, this is what brings us to today's session of Know Your Law. Today's session we will be trying to tackle what can cause a lawyer to be banned. Is it legally accepted? And number 2, how would you notice if a lawyer is illegal or illegal? How do you differentiate a quack lawyer from a truthful lawyer? With me is Paul Mushiri, who will be joining me in a few to tackle this and many more. For your questions, reach out to all across the social media platforms at EBN TV. #KnowYourLaw. See you in a bit.
In a fast-paced world filled with distractions, it's easy